Look at the front where it says Ames real big.
All right, so I'm down here this evening on the Conemaugh Line here at the Etna Riverfront Trail and Park. I love coming down here. It's not too far from home, and it's a great area to just relax or take an evening walk if you're trying to exercise or jog or bike ride or whatever. And I know it's raining out. It just started raining a little bit ago, and I don't really care. We have a rare westbound train going towards town, towards Conway, and we have an eastbound train on its way. We have a yellow over red for the eastbound train and a green over red for the one that's going into town. So we're going to get a twofer today. I don't have my walkie-talkie on me, you know, my scanner or whatever. I'm doing this completely blind, but that's okay. Given the signals, I know something's on its way because otherwise they are always red. So I don't know what we got coming along, but I'm excited to see it and share it with you guys. So let's see what we get. All right, so I just jumped out of the car because it sounds like the westbound train's on its way, because I just heard the horn for it up by the waterworks. Nothing from that direction yet, but you see the green over red. But I definitely heard a horn from up that way several times, so it's getting very close. So we'll catch that one first, I assume. And then I guess we'll catch the eastbound train. And actually, it's not raining too bad. It's just sprinkling, so that's cool. All right. I want to back up a little bit here. Looks like a coal train. All right, that was pretty cool, especially with that Pier 6 car. All right, well, that was cool getting that coal train. They were all empties. assume they're heading to Conway. I noticed that when they go westbound, they're typically empty. Everything that goes eastbound is typically full. So they probably dropped off their load either up in Tarentum or elsewhere, or it could even have been as far out as Crescent or Altoona or whatever. But depending on where he was coming from. So that's cool. We caught that. Now we're going to be waiting on the eastbound train. Again, I don't know what it's going to be. I'm hoping it's a mega train, a big manifest, but you never know. It could be a tanker train, or it could be a coal train loaded going out that way. So we don't typically get intermodals on this line. We usually just get them on the Pittsburgh line and the Conemaugh Line. Here we get more manifest tanker trains, grain trains, and especially the coal ones. We get coal trains on here the most. So we'll just see what it is. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have my scanner with me this evening. I wasn't anticipating doing this until I saw that the signals were green over red on one side and yellow over red on the other. So now that that one passed, I'm sure the other one is soon to come ahead. That took absolutely no time at all. The minute I shut the camera off, this train came around the bend. He's working hard. What did I tell you about coal trains on this line? I told you, they love coal trains on this line. I mean, this does go through the Allegheny Mountains, so through Indiana, PA, and whatnot. But hey, little drizzle didn't stop me. And that Pier 6 car made it worth it, because that was cool. That was the first time seeing one of those. I know they're very hard to find anymore. So, cool. Success. Not too bad. And I wasn't even here very long. I showed up here probably about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes before the empty one going westbound showed up. And literally as soon as I did that little clip where I was talking between trains, no later than 3 to 4 seconds after I turned the camera off, I looked over my shoulder and I saw his lights coming around the bend. I didn't even hear him going through the Millvale Riverfront Park crossing there. Maybe because the other train was making so much noise going that way, that when he was there, all I could hear was this train going westbound. So, but that was cool. A couple of cool trains, short little video, but I hope you enjoyed it nevertheless. It's cool getting a horn salute too from the westbound train. And, well, I appreciate when they do that. So I'll still never forget the time I was rail fanning down here last summer or fall anyway. And a subscriber of our channel, a fan of us, was the engineer of the manifest. I believe he was carrying a mega train. It was a manifest. And he was the engineer, and he reached out the window and said something, and I could barely hear him. And I thought he said, "Go Steelers" or something. And then a couple of days later, when I uploaded a railfan video from down here on the Conemaugh Line, he commented on the video saying, "Hey, where's that one where I yelled out the window at you? My conductor and my wife couldn't believe it when I told them that I was a fan." And that I saw you sitting there. So, small world. And hey, if you're watching, bud, I appreciate it. And I hope to see you on the Conemaugh Line or somewhere around here, or anywhere for that matter, next time I'm rail fanning. And definitely say hi again, because that's pretty cool. So, but anyway, I'm going to take off now. Usually there's not a whole lot of activity on this line. It's pretty rare to get two trains that close together. I mean, it happens, but not very often. I mean, I remember there was a time I was down here where about 7 or 8 of them went by in about an hour's time. And it was fun. And that was years ago when I was still a teenager. I wasn't rail fanning on camera yet, but I would rail fan just for fun. I would take some pictures and sit there and just watch them go by. And it was a pretty active hour. So that was fun. And hope to see something like that again on here. I don't know why it was busy. Maybe there was an issue on the Pittsburgh line. And they were using this as the main one for the day or so. I mean, it happens. Landslides happen. Derailments happen. So maybe they had to do what they had to do. But anyway, I'm taking off. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you give the video a like. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel for more content. And until next time, take care, stay awesome. And on Kayla's behalf, since she's at work and I have to go get her soon anyway, have a Norfolk Southern licious day. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye, everyone.
We lived down by the railroad track, had an old wood stove in a one-room shack. Shoestring was the only name he had. When I'd skip school, he'd take me fishing, sitting on the creek bank, talking and wishing things were good whenever times got bad. And the people say, "Shoestring, you ain't got no money. Shoestring, you can't hang around here. Shoestring, you got your hat on backwards. He knows more."